Parts of India searing as select states record a spike in temperatures higher by 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. The sudden surge seen in states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka. Meteorologists warn of conditions worsening than what we saw in 2022. As of last week, the drastic changes were recorded in temperature. Gujarat's Bhuj warmed up as much as 40 degrees Celsius, followed by deviations of almost 7 to 8 degrees in Jammu and Kashmir. The national capital recorded 29 degrees Celsius, the highest in the month of Feb in 2 years. To better understand what's leading to these searing temperatures, let's hear out the rationale from the Vice President of SkyMet, Mahesh Palavan.
फरवरी के महीने में ही रिकॉर्ड तोड़ गर्मी दर्ज की जा रही है। राजस्थान के कई इलाकों सहित गुजरात में सामान्य से काफ़ी ज़्यादा तापमान बने हुए हैं। 6 से 7 डिग्री अबव नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर है। दिल्ली में भी 7 डिग्री अबव नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर, मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर दर्ज किया गया, 31.5 डिग्री था। और पहाड़ों पर भी पूरे यानी कि जम्मू कश्मीर से लेकर के हिमाचल, उत्तराखंड और लद्दाख, ये सारे इलाकों में भी जो मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम टेम्परेचर सामान्य से ज़्यादा है। उसका कारण ये है कि एक तो वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस जो फरवरी में आते हैं वो कमजोर हो गए हैं, लगातार आ रहे हैं, लेकिन वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस के बीच में गैप नहीं है। अगर गैप नहीं होता तो जो उत्तरी हवाएं हैं उनको ये रोक करके रखते हैं और उत्तरी हवाएं जब चलती हैं तभी वो तापमान को गिराती हैं, कंट्रोल करती हैं। तो उत्तरी हवाएं सेट नहीं हो पा रही, इसीलिए ये जो तापमान है बढ़े हुए हैं। अभी ये जो वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस निकला है उसके पीछे दूसरा वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस 26 तारीख को आएगा, तो 22 से 24 के बीच में थोड़ा सा ड्रॉप हो सकता है, लेकिन इतना ज्यादा ड्रॉप नहीं है, सामान्य से ऊपर ही तापमान बने रहेंगे। तो कुल मिलाकर के ये है कि आगे भी इस बार जो सीजन है गर्मी का वो सामान्य से ज्यादा गर्मी देखेगा और जो बारिश और जो प्री मानसून गतिविधियां वो भी थोड़ी सी कम हो सकती हैं और जो टेम्परेचर है वो और हीट वेव की जो इंटेंसिटी और फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो ज्यादा हो सकती है।
Now these early summer-like conditions are sounding alarm bells for wheat farmers. Farmers fearing to repeat of last year's disastrous surge in temperatures, leaving crops shriveled. Back in March last year, the soaring mercury led to 2.5% decline in wheat output to 106 million tons, even amidst rising exports, amidst dwindling supplies rooted in geopolitical tensions. Despite an export ban on wheat, India's wheat inflation has been in the double-digit territory over the last 8 months, keeping overall inflation at elevated levels. Now, to counter the impact of such heightened inflation, Centre went ahead and slashed reserve prices of wheat from the Food Corporation to 2,150 rupees per quintal for bulk consumers under open market schemes. My colleague Sakshi Batra spoke to agri-economist Vijay Sartana to understand the impact on crop output amidst the inflationary pressures.
This is a very important development, as we have seen last year also. When the seed setting happens for the winter crop, there is requirement to have a particular temperature range so that proper seed setting should happen. Last year, we have seen that problem with the wheat crop, whether it was reduced yield or shrinked grain formation, that was due to wheat, this climatic impact because of higher temperature. This year also, because wheat season yet to, we have to harvest and the temperature is already high. So we have to be very careful about the conditions. I'm sure that state governments must be doing field surveys and giving suitable instruction to the farmers. But we have to be careful because these trends are really shifting. And also the same with mustard, because that's also a parallel crop which happens in the same season. So now climate change is actually impacting the food security around the world. One is due to uneven weather implications and also due to the seed setting, which is vital for food production.
Right. So do you also believe this could have an impact on wheat yield and the crop output for this year?
It may happen because we have to just monitor it. And as the IMD is forecasting, see, if every 5 degree increase in temperature, there will be a direct impact of about 20% yield. Now, it depends upon what is the crop status, what is the seed formation status. And sometimes you can address it by some form of irrigation and better nutrition. But seed setting happens in an open air. At temperature at that time is very, very vital. One has to look at it. And now this is adding new challenge to India's food security, this climate change. So this may impact yield and quality both.
Okay, and what about inflation? Would it also lead into higher inflation because of the impact on the crop output?
I don't think inflation will be that much because we have it. If you look into total production and consumption within India, we have sufficient stocks and the production is more than what we need. What will happen is the surplus which we used to generate, that will go down. It
Okay.
may have a psychological impact on the trade. They may not be able to do enough milling or stocking as they used to do. Maybe because of psychological factors, there may be some zones where prices may go up. But all depends upon, we have to wait till March end or April. What is the actual cost? What is the quality and the yield of wheat crop?
But 100% this will impact the surplus amount that we would always register. That will go down for sure.
Yes. Because if we are producing about 110, even if that goes down by 5% or 10%, it is 5 to 10 million tons. So that's why there is a surplus impact which will happen. And other industries which are dependent on wheat or exports or processing industry may get impacted. But overall, I don't see a food crisis in India, but definitely surplus may have impact.
But what will happen to the exports and our policies over there? We had noticed that the government had restricted the exports due to the higher global demand and back home also as well. So looking at the current condition, what could be the impact on exports?
See, exports anyway depends on the international prices. If prices are good and if we have whatever surplus we have, then government of India should continue their G2G policy. Instead of opening up in a free private market, government can offer wheat to the countries, those who need it, on G2G basis. And the last year's policy may continue when it comes to wheat exports.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.